Hey, good morning to all the distinguished organizers, respected academicians, fellow researchers, industry leaders, and the policymakers who have gathered virtually for the Global Educational Conclave 2025. I'm Rajesh Sura, Head of Data Engineering and Analytics at Amazon North America Stores. And it is truly an honor to be with you on Teachers' Day, a day that actually celebrates the noble mission of learning and knowledge sharing. I'd like to begin by expressing my gratitude to the organizers, Green Thinkers, I2OR, Western Sydney University, Elsevier's Mendeley, and all the other partner institutions for curating such a timely and globally relevant forum. And today I will share my reflections on our theme, interdisciplinary research for a sustainable future. This is not just a slogan, it is a necessity and one that defines whether we as a global community can thrive, adapt, and safeguard our planet for generations to come. And what is the urgency of sustainability? You know, we live in a time of extraordinary progress, but at the same time, extraordinary progress comes with extraordinary challenges. So, climate change, resource depletion, rapid urbanization, inequality, and at the same time, the disruptive pace of technology are all converging realities. These are not isolated problems, they are interconnected and they are systemic and at the same time they are global. So, for example, a decision to increase agricultural productivity cannot be viewed only from the lens of a food security. It must account for water usage, like the soil health, biodiversity, carbon emissions, and livelihood of farmers. So similarly, the rise of artificial intelligence in education or healthcare must consider ethical governance, accessibility, cultural context, and also the long-term impacts on employment. So the lesson here is clear. No discipline alone has the answers. Economists, they just can't solve climate change without engineers. And engineers, they can't design sustainable cities without sociologists or urban planners. So this is why interdisciplinary research is no longer optional. It is mission critical. And why does this interdisciplinary research matters now? At its heart, right, the interdisciplinary research is all about integration. It brings together the precision of science, the creativity of the design, and the empathy of social sciences, including the foresight of the policy. Consider, like a couple of examples. Number one, sustainable construction. Like low carbon buildings only work when embedded with urban planning, a government policy, and a community participation. Similarly, a healthcare innovation, a medical breakthrough only comes meaningful when scaled with data science, logistics, and cultural acceptance. And another example is education for sustainability. Like climate literacy must move beyond textbooks into mathematics, into literature, and into policy studies. So, interdisciplinary research builds bridges for all this knowledge across silos, creating holistic solutions to complex challenges. And what is the role of a technology, like as a unifier? Technology is one of the greatest enablers of interdisciplinary collaboration. Like data science and AI, they already reveal patterns across fields, like from predicting crop yields to simulating climate models. And cloud platforms, they connect researchers across continents in real time. Whereas blockchain and Web3 models are bringing transparency to, like carbon trading, sustainable supply chains, and academic publishing. So yes, technology is not just a silver bullet. It must be guided by ethics, inclusivity, and human values. A future dominated by technology but devoid of responsibility could only worsen the inequality. So that is why interdisciplinary research must integrate technological innovation along with social responsibility and education as a bedrock. Since we gathered on Teachers' Day, let me emphasize education is the foundation for any sustainable future. Traditional education often rewards specialization. While specialization is valuable, Today's world demands collaboration across disciplines. We need curriculum reform to integrate sustainability into engineering, law, medicine, and business. And we need experimental learning, real world projects, hackathons, community engagement, and we need cross institutional partnerships so that knowledge flows across academia, industry, and government. So if we equip the next generation with these skills, they will not only find jobs but also create solutions that redefine industries and the societies. So yes, education is the bedrock. And what are the pathways to a sustainable future? Let us reflect on a few pathways where interdisciplinary research is shaping the sustainability agenda. Let's take energy transition. Engineers, economists, and behavioral scientists design these renewable systems that people will adopt willingly. And where if you take food systems, agricultural experts, data scientists, and environmentalists co-developing these climate resilient crops. If you look at global health, doctors, AI researchers, and anthropologists, like preparing us for future pandemics. So each example proves the same truth. Collaboration across boundaries create the resilience and innovation. And what are some of the barriers that we must overcome? Um, of course, no journey is without barriers. So institutional silos. Universities and founding bodies still reward narrow specialization. So that's one of the barriers that we need to overcome. And communication gaps. Different fields often speak different technical languages. And short-termism. Policy and industry sometimes chase quarterly gains, not long-term sustainability. So overcoming these barriers require cultural shift, rewarding collaboration, building shared platforms, and creating policy incentives that support the long-term and cross-disciplinary work. This is how we can overcome the barriers for interdisciplinary research. And how a human dimension plays a role. Sustainability is not just about environment or economy. It's about people. Interdisciplinary research must include human dignity, equity, and justice. The most sustainable solutions they emerge from global science, where global science meets the like local wisdom. So indigenous knowledge in climate resilience or community voices in conservation often carry wisdom science alone, you know like so okay, the indigenous knowledge in climate resilience or community voices in conversation conservation often carry wisdom science alone, which science alone cannot provide. What and a call to action. So, what can we each do? Educators, they need to integrate sustainability across curriculum, nurture curiosity beyond boundaries. And researchers, they need to seek partnerships outside your comfort zone, publish in interdisciplinary forums. And industry leaders, they need to invest in ecosystems where academia, startups, and policymakers can work together. And policymakers, they need to incentivize long-term cross-disciplinary research. So all these small steps, when taken together, lead to the global impact. Here are some closing reflections from my side. So to conclude, let me leave you with this thought. Sustainability is not a destination. It's a collective journey. And interdisciplinary research is the compass that ensures we do not lose our way. And on this Teachers' Day, let us honor the teachers who shaped us and the lessons that nature, society, and history continue to teach us. I thank the organizers once again for this opportunity, and may this conclave spark new collaborations that cross disciplines, geographies, and generations. Together, let us build a sustainable future, not in isolation, but in collaboration. Thank you.